There's a little pokey, spiky thing in my sock, or maybe it was on the ground. I don't know, because now it's gone. That hurt. Okay, hello. Welcome to another video. I think this one's gonna be on the shorter side, and by shorter side I mean under 20 minutes, because most of my videos are usually about that long. I do like to talk a lot. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm basically here to just kind of announce my music YouTube channel and to let all of you know that I have gone through the process of recording and copywriting and doing all the things that you need to do in order to have a single. And now at this point in time, I am just waiting for the distributing company to, I guess, like review and approve everything that I've submitted. And then as far as I understand, that should then start the process of actually posting my single to all of the different platforms. And with that, I should be able to, I don't know, I guess then I get to link my profiles and stuff like that. I think that's how I'll get a Spotify artist account. I don't know. I'm very much new to this, and this is part of why I want to, you know, make videos about it too, is because this channel that you're watching on right now, sorry, my hair is distracting me, my itches are distracting me, I'll stop. But a huge intention that I have is to share a lot of my artistic process for other fellow artists out there, because honestly, it can be really overwhelming and intimidating to have to try to figure out how to learn a lot of these things. And I'm sure that I'm going to make mistakes along the way. And so of course, you know, it's just always good to be able to pass along the, I struggle to call it wisdom, but the knowledge, the experience that comes along. However you want to phrase it. I know that a lot of YouTubers like to just kind of sometimes keep things on one channel, but I plan to release a lot of music eventually. I really am a musician first. This channel has kind of been a little bit more of an experiment for me, slash an outlet to give myself permission to be a little bit more human. And it's not that I'm planning to be super crazy vulnerable on this channel. I mean, I don't know, who knows what can happen. I'm quite an emotional person. Pisces. But no, I think that the bigger thing is that sometimes when I'm going to music as my art form, I feel the need to take it very seriously, which can be both a blessing and a curse sort of thing, you know, in terms of like, I don't know, like I think that I respect a lot of artists who are able to take their art really seriously, and at the same time, I think that sometimes, from an outside perspective at least, creates this idea of being a very two-dimensional kind of person, you know, like, I don't know, I think sometimes when we think about the performer, we just think about what can they bring in terms of performance, and we kind of forget about who they are just as a person on their day-to-day lives. And I wanted a space where I could be a little bit less serious, a space where I can just, you know, let my hair down, have fun, and experiment with other types of art, and make sure that I kind of keep myself accountable in terms of continuing to maintain that space of allowing myself to be a beginner in a lot of other areas of art. That's really the intention that I have for this channel. The other reason that I want to keep it on a different channel is that I want to give people the opportunity to be able to listen to my music and consume that part of my art without knowing anything about me. I don't know about you, but I definitely have a few artists in my mind, especially if they're on like my venting playlist, right? Like the heartbreak playlist. I know you all have one. Yes. If they are on that list, there are a couple of exceptions of like, oh, okay, like, yeah, this artist, I do know about a little bit about them, this, but then there are some artists that like, I just know everything about because I love them and their art so much that I want to know a lot about them. But there are a couple of artists out there where I'm like, I have no desire to know anything about you. I think the stuff that you create is great. And at the same time, I am accepting the gift of you facilitating this space for me to be able to navigate my own emotions. It is all about me in that moment, and I'm not even planning to share those playlists or those artists. And like that stuff is like personal to me, right? Like I think it's okay to have a little compartment where we have that art that we like to consume that is a little bit more for personal purposes. And especially in a world of social media where people are sharing so much of themselves and so much of their lives so regularly, I think that is just like crucial to have that space. And the idea of facilitating space for people to be able to navigate their own emotions is a huge intention that I personally have as an artist, but especially in the space of the music that I write. Right? Music that I sing, whatever, cover songs and stuff like that, stuff that I'm singing for burlesque, things that I'm dancing to, whatever. Like that's all different. That for me is a lot more like fun. That's a little bit more of just like a hobby. And I'm very glad to share that part of the process with a lot of people. When it comes to my songwriting, that is a lot more personal. And I'm really not going to be showing a whole lot of behind the scenes stuff with that, I imagine. Maybe at some point, I've already like thought about this, like, because you have to think about your own boundaries kind of going into these different situations, right? So these are things that I have spent a lot of time and energy thinking about, especially in the moments of artistic privacy. I talked about that a little bit in my 2023 artist review video. If you haven't seen that already, it's a much longer version of this with what's going on right now. So I don't know if you want to watch it or not. But yeah, I have asked myself these questions as a way to show up with integrity and as a way to be able to also protect myself as a person, as an artist. Since that is a much more personal space for me, I am also creating the space for others who want to consume it to have that option to keep that a lot more personal. So hey, like if you have watched a couple of these videos on this channel and you're like, yeah, I don't know, something cool about her, but I don't really want to watch all of these videos, then maybe you can just go do that instead. I don't know. I'm joking. I feel like if you're watching this video, you're more than likely gonna end up probably being in the category of people who are either just subscribing to this or maybe end up doing both. Who knows? You get to make your own decisions. I've thought it too, like I'm like, wow, I wonder if at some point this channel will kind of phase out and if I will just do the songwriting thing. But I don't know yet. I don't know how things are gonna play out. I kind of feel like I am somebody who needs to have a couple of things happening at once because it keeps me from being trapped in a mindset of like, this is now my full identity. This is who I am. Doing something else, with my intention with this channel is something that helps me stay a little bit more flexible. And I know that that's something that I very much appreciate and very much need, especially being a musician who comes from a classical background, who is taught to think and believe that the way that I produce my art is my entire identity and that I have to do it in the way that people expect me to. I don't wish to fall into that trap again. If you watched this video, then you probably already saw that I wasn't actually crazy excited about my single. But you know what? I will say that it is growing on me a little bit. When my audio engineer and I were like going through it and just doing a couple of the tweaks, those last minute tweaks right before we submitted everything, I was like, you know what? It's not too bad. I still like a lot of my other stuff a lot more, but it's not a bad song. It works. The really cool thing that I have to tell you about though too is that within that week, I ended up also being invited to a birthday party of a musician who I just met, who is, oh my gosh, absolutely stellar. Amazing voice, amazing songwriting. Like her and her band just were absolute perfection. I was so impressed. But yeah, I got invited to her birthday party and she had like a little bit of a showcase after her band playing, And so I ended up being able to perform my music live. So I already premiered this piece. Maybe I'll insert like a little clip right here so that way you can see how it went. It's time to go. I can't take another heartbreak. I'm broken already. Please don't ask me. I'm steady with anything. I can barely stand on my own 2 feet. How do you expect me just to breathe? I won't stick around. There we go. Cool. So I'm not going to post the entire thing. I don't know. If people want me to, then I'll post on the other channel. But part of me kind of feels weird about posting it because I already have the studio version that's coming out. And then I already have like a live, like one take version that's already posted. So regardless of when this video comes out, that one you can go ahead and go watch on the channel right now. And yeah, and in terms of the studio one, we're just, like I said, waiting for the distribution company to give the approval. That could happen within days of filming this video. That could happen within weeks after this video is posted. I don't know. I don't know how long it takes. When I looked it up, I saw up to 8 weeks and I was like, are you kidding me? It's gonna take up to 8 weeks to get approved and post that? That was a long time. I don't know. I don't know how true that is. I've not done this before. Just bear with me. Stick along for the ride if you'd like. I will have all of the stuff in the description below. And if you're watching this video long after it's been posted, then all of the links will definitely be below. It's just kind of a matter of figuring out where all of that is, you know, getting to Spotify, Apple Music, all of that stuff. It's all new to me, so I'll keep you updated. But in the meantime, I am posting the studio version on the other channel because I do have the copyright all sorted and everything, so I don't think that there's any problem with me doing that. If you are a musician yourself, you have any fun little tips and tricks about just navigating the world as a solo artist, I would love, 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 love to hear it. I'd also love to just hear the stuff that you create in general, so please post that below. And I hope to see you on the other channel. That's it, I guess. I feel like I should talk for 20 more minutes. Now, we said that this video was going to be on the shorter side. We're okay. All right. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.